We're clear-eyed about the fact that ISIS will try to take advantage of any vacuum to reestablish its capabilities and to create a safe haven. We will not let that happen. In fact, just today, U.S. forces conducted dozens of precision strikes, airstrikes, within Syria, targeting ISIS camps and ISIS operatives. Third, we will engage with all Syrian groups, including within the process led by the United Nations, to establish a transition away from the Assad regime.
When Bishop came back for the first time in Atlanta, he prophesied about Assad. He prophesied that they was going to come after him, and days later they did.
Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
And what?
And Syria.
And Syria. Go ahead.
Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children.
Cry for your children.
And be sorry.
Why?
For your destruction is at hand.
God says these countries going to get wiped out. Go ahead.
A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?
Read.
A fire is sent among you.
Joe Biden, Assad's regime has finally fallen in Syria. This is a moment of risk and uncertainty in Syria. President Biden says the U.S. will work with partners and stakeholders in Syria to help them seize an opportunity to manage the risk.
Hey, I just want to say this. I don't know if y'all caught it. It was unfortunate we didn't get a chance to finish the stream last week, but y'all do realize 2 weeks ago, not this past Sabbath, but the week prior, when Bishop came back for the first time in Atlanta, he prophesied about Assad.
Yes, sir. Yep.
He prophesied that they was going to come after him.
Yes, sir.
And days later, they did.
They did.
And recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Lord God.
Now, I'm going to cut this short, but I got to show y'all this video. I'm going to cut it short, but I need to show y'all the president of Syria. Play this video, and you're going to have to read it.
Happened with America.
No. IT, yes, read this first.
Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. There is no evidence 6 million Jews were killed in the Holocaust. U.S. financially helped the rise of Nazism between the two world wars.
Damn! Go ahead. Play.
The question on everybody's mind is, how is it that despite the German collapse and European constraints,
انهيار ألماني وقيود أوروبية كيف سمحوا للنازيين
Nazism was allowed to rise and build an army?
بالصعود وتأسيس جيش بالدعم الأمريكي.
It was done with American support, money, loans, and investments.
بالأموال الأمريكية بالقروض بالاستثمارات 6 ملايين.
There is no evidence that 6 million Jews were killed in the Holocaust.
لا يوجد أي دليل بأن هناك 6 ملايين يهودي قتلوا. وربما حصل.
Perhaps there were Holocausts. Nobody denies this.
حصلت محارق لا أحد ينفيها وهناك
True, there were concentration camps.
معسكرات اعتقال صحيح ولكن
But what shows you that this is a politicized issue.
دليل على أن هذا الموضوع مسيس وليس
and is not a humanitarian issue and is not real.
إنساني ولا حقيقي. كيف نتحدث
How come we talk about these 6 millions
عن 6 ملايين ولا نتحدث
but not about the 26 million Soviets killed in that war?
Boom!
عن 26 مليون سوفيتي قتلوا في تلك الحرب. يعني 6
Are those 6 millions more precious?
ملايين أغلى. الممارسات
The same acts were everywhere.
نفسها كانت على كل الاتجاهات. لم يكن هناك
There was no method of torture or killing specific to the Jews.
طرق قتل مختصة باليهود ولا طريقة تعذيب مختصة باليهود في كل الأماكن.
The Nazis used the same method everywhere.
لكن نفس الطريقة استخدمتها النازية.
Pay attention.
However, this issue was politicized.
القضية هي قضية مسيسة ولتزوير
in order to falsify the truth and later to prepare
حقيقة ولاحقا للتمهيد لنقل
for the transfer of the Jews from Europe to other areas.
Watch this.
اليهود من أوروبا باتجاه مناطق أخرى.
Or rather to Palestine.
Watch, listen.
اليهود
The Jews who came to Palestine are Khazar Jews.
Y'all see that?
From the east of the Caspian Sea.
الذين أتوا إلى فلسطين هم يهود الخزر شرق قزوين هم وثنيون.
They were pagans who converted to Judaism in the 8th century.
Do y'all see this?
تبعوا الديانة اليهودية في القرن الثامن الميلادي هاجروا إلى
They immigrated to Europe and from there came to this region.
أوروبا وأتوا إلى هذه المنطقة. لا يوجد أي علاقة.
They have nothing to do whatsoever with the ancient people of Israel.
Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Look at this! Look at this!
بينهم وبين شعب.
Now, wait a minute. But what happened yesterday? Play the video. Armed rebels now have attacked Al-Assad. They advanced into Syria's central Aleppo. That's one of their cities. So again, there's rebels who hate Assad. It's the same, brothers, y'all don't see the same pattern? The same pattern. And this was just yesterday. So, y'all got, you see Iraq, Libya, and now we looked at Syria. And guess what? It was the same thing with, you know how many people can't stand Assad Shakur? They'd be like, oh, she was a criminal. Shut the hell up. It's the same propaganda. It's just on a smaller level. They took that same pattern, that same COINTELPRO, and advanced it to national and global means. What about Syria? 2nd Ezra 16:1. What about Syria? What God say about Syria?
2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia.
Woe means destruction. Go ahead.
Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
And what?
And Syria.
And Syria. Go ahead.
Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children.
Cry for your children.
And be sorry.
Why?
For your destruction is at hand.
God says these countries going to get wiped out. Go ahead.
A sword is sent upon you. And who may turn it back?
Read.
A fire is sent among you. And who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you. And what is he that may drive them away?
So God is saying when I bring war on these nations, destruction, nobody can stop it. All your voting can't stop it. The right president in the seat can't stop it. Watch this. Jeremiah 49:20. Here's the precept. Write this down. Here's the precept for Syria.
Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman.
This is about the white man. Watch this.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
The least of the flock is the Israelis, the state of Israel. That's the least of the flock. They're going to be the cause of this third world war. They're going to be the cause of Armageddon coming, and thank God for that. Go ahead.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
Watch this. Come on.
The earth is moved at the noise of their fall.
The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. Didn't we read that earlier in Isaiah? About their fall? Babylon is falling, is falling. It's talking about the same thing, the same event. Go ahead.
At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea.
Because that's where all their navies are, at the Red Sea, even to this day. Go ahead.
Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle.
This white man going to come to fly like an eagle. He's going to come as a savior. Go ahead.
And spread his wings over Basra.
That's Jordan. Go ahead.
And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pain.
It's going to be fear all around. Now watch this. Here it come.
Concerning Damascus, Hamath is confounded.
Damascus is the capital city of Syria. Go ahead.
Concerning Damascus, Hamath is confounded. And Arpad, for they have heard evil tidings.
They heard evil tidings. Watch this.
They are faint-hearted. There is sorrow on the sea.
There's sorrow on the sea. That goes back to the Red Sea in verse 21. Go ahead.
It cannot be quiet.
It cannot be quiet. Everybody's going to hear about the fall of Babylon. Go ahead.
Damascus is waxed feeble.
Damascus going to be waxed feeble.
And turneth herself to flee.
She's going to run. Remember we read about the Arabs, Didan and them in the desert? Go ahead.
And fear has seized on her. Anguish and sorrows have taken her as a woman in travail. How is the city of praise not left?
How is it not destroyed? Go ahead.
The city of my joy.
That's the land of Israel. The people are going to get wiped out there. And it's going to be a miracle that the land's still there. Go ahead.
Therefore, her young men shall fall in her streets, and all the men of war shall be cut off in that day.
All the men of war shall be cut off in that day.
Saith the Lord of hosts,
Read.
And I will kindle a fire in the wall of Damascus, and it shall consume the palaces of Ben-Hadad.
There's going to be destruction throughout the land of Syria. So what President al-Assad said was absolutely correct. Those are not the Jews. Those are not the Israelites. They have nothing to do with the ancient Israelites of the Bible. That's what he said, Revelation 2:9. And people, al-Assad, he's so evil. Why is he so evil? Because he speaks against those fake Israelis? That's why he's evil. Read.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
We're rich.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
That's blasphemy when they say that they're Jews.
And are not.
Because they're not the Jews. And they pissed off that President al-Assad of Syria brought it out on national television. Go ahead.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
They are the devil the Bible speaks of. That's what God says. That's what the King of Kings says. That's what he says. Hey, Revelation 13, it says, so listen, there's going to be judgment on all nations, brothers and sisters. So don't think we're on the Arab side, we ain't on Syria's side, we ain't on Egypt's side, and we show us how they're on America's side. We're on God's side. We're on God's side. Revelation 13:10. Judgment on all nations.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10.
Come on.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Jeremiah 30:16 now. Jeremiah 30:16.
Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Every nation that put their hands on us is going to be devoured. Go ahead.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them.
Wait. It said all our enemies, every one of them. Nobody's going to get left out. Go ahead.
Shall go into captivity.
Shall go into captivity.
And they that spoil thee.
And they that spoiled us, robbed us, destroyed us.
Shall be a spoil.
Shall be a spoil. What verse was that?
Verse 16 still.
Okay.
And all that prey upon thee.
And all the nations that prey upon us.
Will I give for a prey.
Will I give for a prey. Those nations are going to be our prey. Was that it, Yuri?
Yes, sir.
Isaiah 60 and 14. Almost done. Isaiah 60:14, 60.
Isaiah chapter 60 verse 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee.
They're going to bend the knee. Go ahead.
And all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
We waiting for this glorious day right here. I don't know about y'all, but I'm waiting for this day. Go ahead.
And they shall call thee the city of the Lord.
They're going to call us the city of the Lord.
The Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
That's right. Give me chapter 61 and 5. 61 and 5.
Isaiah chapter 61 verse 5. And strangers shall stand and feed your flock.
Slaves! Slaves! Go ahead.
And the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
Slaves! Go ahead.
And ye shall be named the priest of the Lord.
We're going to be named the priests of the Lord. Go ahead.
Men shall call you the ministers of our God.
That's right.
Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles.
We're going to take all their riches because their riches is our riches. Go ahead.
And in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
We're going to brag. We're going to brag. We're going to brag. That's what it means to boast. Go ahead.
For your shame ye shall have double.
All the shame we caught in hell in this land, we're going to get double for that. Go ahead.
And for confusion
All the stupidity they laid on our minds. Go ahead.
they shall rejoice in their portion.
We're going to rejoice in our portion. Go ahead.
Therefore, in their land they shall possess the double.
We're going to get the double. Go ahead.
Everlasting
We're going to get everlasting joys.
joy shall be unto them.
Read.
For I, the Lord, love judgment.
I love the law. Go ahead.
I hate robbery.
God said I hate robbery.
for burnt offering.
For burnt offering. Read.
And I will direct their work in truth.
Uh-huh.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them.
Read.
And their seed
And our children
shall be known among the Gentiles.
all the nations going to know our children by name. Go ahead.
And their offspring
And our offspring,
among the people.
everybody going to know our children and move the hell out their way. Go ahead.
All that see them
All that see our children,
shall acknowledge them.
that's the son and daughter, brother so-and-so, of the priest so-and-so. Go ahead.
That they are the seed which the Lord hath blessed.
12 tribes!
Bashar al-Assad is gone and Syria has suddenly become the principal battlefield. It is being targeted by three powers: America, Israel and Turkey. But what's really driving these moves, and who at the end of the day stands to gain from all of this? Tonight, we break down the major power plays and the agendas triggering actions that could shape Syria's future. A country already battered by more than a decade of civil war that now finds itself at the epicenter of fresh turmoil. The sudden collapse of Bashar al-Assad's regime has triggered a whirlwind of chaos as the United States, Israel and Turkey unleash firepower across Syrian territory. Let's start off with the situation on the ground. You see, Assad's regime has crumbled. He has fled to Moscow. On the ground in Syria, several Islamist rebel groups have emerged, with the rebel group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, emerging as a dominant force. While rebels can consolidate their hold, various countries have moved to swiftly secure their interests. The United States launched strikes against Islamic State targets in central Syria, while Turkey opened fire on US-backed Kurdish forces. Meanwhile, Israel targeted military installations across Syria. And let's not mistake these actions for anything else. These are calculated moves in a deadly game of influence and control.
First and foremost, let's get a Most High a round of applause for that.
That's right.
All right, I hope y'all understand. Like this,
Prophets is back.
the prophets is back, full in effect, brothers and sisters. Okay, let's get that real quick just to show you that prophets is back. Revelation 18:24. Babylon about to blow.
Bring it out.
All right, watch this.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 24.
Watch this.
And in her was found the blood of prophets.
So in America, okay, the her is the whore in chapter 17. Okay, it says, and in her was found the blood of who?
Prophets.
The prophets. Showing you the prophets are back on the earth and they are in America, brothers and sisters. Bishop ran through it and I was like, dang, that's some heavy stuff. And I'm looking at the news and I'm like,
Hey, yo. Hey, the angel said, yeah. It's time to
hey,
activate.
nobody's teaching like our bishop, like our leadership.
Make it out.
You understand? You see, you look on social media today, you see Israelites debating with other Israelites or freaking Christians. You understand? They over here gossiping, interviewing other camps members and stuff. Man, don't get caught up in that stuff.
Right.
Our bishop prophesied about the fall of Assad, and it happened days later.
Bring it on.
All right, so we ain't got time for that. It's time to be focused, Israel. Increase the focus. All right. What we just read? I'm sorry, y'all. Went off on a little tangent there. Oh yeah, let's listen to Biden. Play that video. Jim Crow Joe.
We're clear-eyed about the fact that ISIS will try to take advantage of any vacuum to reestablish its capabilities and to create a safe haven. We will not let that happen. In fact, just today, U.S. forces conducted dozens of precision strikes, airstrikes, within Syria, targeting ISIS camps and ISIS operatives. Third, We will engage with all Syrian groups, including within the process led by the United Nations, to establish a transition away from the Assad regime toward independent, sovereign, I want to say it again, sovereign Syria, with a new constitution, a new government that serves all Syrians. And this process will be determined by the Syrian people themselves. The United States will do what
all he's telling is like, yeah, we did it. That's what he's saying right there. That was America that was behind all of that. He's promising all of this stuff with Syria. Why? Because Assad was exposing them for who they were. He was exposing them for the evil that they were doing. Just like Gaddafi was doing, they came after him. Saddam Hussein, that's what they did. They came after him too. That's what Bishop illustrated 2 weeks ago in his class. So let's keep it rolling, y'all. Read that. Yeah, read that.
December 8th, 2024. Syria Civil War news. The Assad family has lost control of Syria after more than 50 years of brutal dictatorship.
What is if that's brutal, you understand what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. We don't condone, you know, I ain't gonna lie, like some people in this regime, like they was known for like feeding people to lions and stuff like that. That's bad. Damn. But look at America too. That's the thing about it.
Yes, sir.
Give me that in the hypocrite, Job 20. Give me that real quick. Because they are the morality police. But when it comes to them, mind you, America and Israel, they are still in the midst of a genocide right now. You understand? So how can you talk about somebody else but look at what you're doing? Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Just a little bit longer, We just got to get ourselves right. Just like in Revelation 7, you know, talk about holding back the winds. Give me that. Revelation 7. All right. The only reason they ain't raining is because of the children of Israel. The reason why the sun and the moon is in the sky, because of the children of Israel. Understand that everything start and finish with God's people. All right, verse 3, read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 7 and verse 3.
Come on.
Saying, hurt not the earth.
Meaning what? These winds that's talking about hurt not the earth, he's talking about militaries, okay? So it's saying hurt not the earth. Go ahead.
Neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
Sealed them with what? Isaiah 8 and 16. Yes. So understand this, brothers and sisters. The Lord, the only reason why the hypocrite has not been destroyed yet is because the Israelites got to get themselves together. Read that. 8 and 16.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 8 and verse 16. Bind up the testimony. Seal the law.
They say seal the law. Come on.
Among my disciples.
Amongst his disciples. Come on. That's it on that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Seal the law amongst the foreheads. Because remember, you know, when it talked, give me that in Revelations 13. Just show you something real quick. So you got a choice to make. Verse 16.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16.
Come on.
And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
You understand? So you either going to get that sinful mark, like it says in Job 10:14, don't go to it, or you're going to be sealed with the law. The forehead is talking about your mind.
Right.
You understand? Right. All right. So the choice is yours. The decision. You have to make a decision. A lot of people, they'll come into this truth, they'll play around with it. You understand? Okay, dang, I actually have to stop sinning. I actually have to get married. Yes. I actually got to change my life. I can't be fornicating. I can't be smoking weed.
Right.
Yes, you got to make your decision. Because think about it. Christ died so you could have life.
Right.
You understand? So understand, you're going to have to be willing to give up your life to get life.
That's right.
That's the mindset we got to be in, brothers and sisters. Let's drop that. Let's keep it moving. All right. That was going into the fall of Syria. What we got? Yeah, read that.
Iran's Khamenei says toppling of Syria's Assad was result of U.S.-Israeli plans.
Right. So everybody see it. Nobody's fooled. Everybody knows that was America and Israel behind that. Read the article.
Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said on Wednesday that the toppling of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad was a result of a plan by the United States and Israel. One of Syria's neighbors also had a role. He said he did not name the country but appeared to be referring to Turkey, which has backed anti-Assad rebels. Assad's overthrow is widely seen as a major blow to the Iran-led axis of resistance, political and military alliance that opposes Israeli and U.S. influence in the Middle East. What happened in Syria was mainly planned in the command rooms of America and Israel. We have evidence of this. A neighboring government of Syria was also involved, Khamenei said in a speech reported by Iranian state media.
Right, and go to Isaiah 13 and 19. This is why when it comes down to it, when it's time for them to activate, that's why there's nothing going to deter them. They see all the evil. Just like even London can see more evil than the Americans here. Iran, they're facing it every day. Ishmael over there, they're facing it every day. They see exactly what America and Israel is doing every day. Read this.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. We shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Just we bring out the scripture just to show you they ain't going to be able to talk Iran off the ledge.
Right.
You understand? When it comes to dropping those nukes, when it comes to that time, they're going to do it. All right? Because they just saw what you did to Syria.
Right.
And America would say, well, it was bad dictatorship. Right. Well, what about all the evil you've been doing in the earth?
What is wrong?
You understand? The nations are angry with America. And they're doing nothing to help their cause. They're only making it worse. Mind you, what Trump just said, he said he's going to, if Hamas don't release the hostages, he's going to make it worse than Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Is that going to help the cause? Or, no, it's only going to increase those things.
Right.
All right, what we got next, IT? Yeah, play this video. Play the video. Yeah, play that.
Would scream and say, what are you doing? We need you there. We need you there to back the Al-Qaeda rebel fighters and make sure that Assad doesn't grow in power again, because that is what's helping us fight our war against Hezbollah and Hamas and Iran. And you want to stop Iran because you say to everybody in the media that Iran is actually the biggest state sponsor of terrorism and that they're the evil, the axis of evil. And so Iran would be worse than Al-Qaeda, according to the narrative. And that's an interesting narrative that I am interested to see them try to convince the American public of, when we've never been attacked by Iran. But we've certainly been attacked by Al-Qaeda.
So I hope y'all caught that. Rewind it about 15 seconds or so.
Than Al-Qaeda, according to the narrative. And that's an interesting narrative that I am interested to see them try to convince the American public of, when we've never been attacked by Iran. But we've certainly been attacked by Al-Qaeda.
So it's saying it was Al-Qaeda-backed rebels, working along with U.S., Israel, Turkey. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But they're saying, like, they demonizing Iran, but Iran's never actually attacked. But Al-Qaeda has, showing you. Give me Psalms 44. Okay? Give me Psalms 44, verse 16, y'all. America got their hand in everything.
Right. Yep.
Okay? Just like the saying, they'll throw the shoe and then they'll hide. You understand? That's how America and Israel get down. They'll create the controversy and then they'll hold up their hands and act innocent.
Right.
All right, read this. Watch this.
The book of Psalms, chapter 44 and verse 16. For the voice of him that reproacheth and blasphemeth by reason of the enemy and avenger.
It say the voice of him that reproacheth and blasphemeth by reason of the enemy and the avenger. That's America and Israel right there. They're behind all of this stuff, but then they'll look like they saved the day, or make it look like they came and saved the day, but they're the one who caused it in the first place.
Right. Come on now.
Now, check out this next video. Check this out. Watch this, y'all. Is there a caption on this? Read that caption.
There's a reason why al-Nusra and ISIS never attacked Israel.
So y'all know ISIS, right? That's like a terrorist group, terrorist organization, right? Read that again.
There's a reason why al-Nusra and ISIS never attacked Israel. Because they're sponsored by Israel and the CIA.
Damn.
You see this stuff right here?
Damn.
Play the video.
There's a reason why al-Nusra and ISIS never attacked Israel, because they're sponsored by Israel and the CIA.
It's what's that? Give me the one in 2 Thessalonians, man.
Like everybody know.
Yeah, bro. People seeing them for who they are.
Yes, sir.
People are seeing them for who they are. The man of sin. Give me that
And
one.
revealed.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed.
The man of sin must be revealed. Must be revealed. I know Floyd can't see it right now, but all praise our brothers and sisters over there in London can see it.
Right.
All
You understand? Not all of us are blind. Some people are blind because they want to remain that way.
Right.
Give me that one in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14. All right. A lot of our people like to remain ignorant.
Right.
And that's not good. What was that? Verse 22. Start at 21.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 21.
Come on.
And this was an occasion to deceive the world. For men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name.
Right. So the tyranny, think about America, the horrible tyrants, these leaders. A lot of our people would rather follow things like Christmas, follow the Christian church, idolatry, than open up the Bible and listen to the prophets. You understand? Our people would rather follow those lies here in Babylon than to see the truth for what it truly is. Read some more.
Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God.
That they did what?
Erred in the knowledge of God.
Our people err in the knowledge of God, the true understanding that you are the Israelites, that God, Christ, the angels are black. Salvation is only for you. And America is Babylon the Great.
That's right.
That's the thing that the Christian church will never say.
Right.
They will never teach you who Babylon is. They teach you that Babylon is talking about ancient Iraq. Oh, Isaiah 13:19. We always got to dispel that.
Right.
Ask your Christian pastor. We dare you. Ask your Christian pastor, who is Babylon in the Bible? They're going to tell you Iraq. We're going to show you that that is false right now. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 19.
Come on.
In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms.
It says Babylon, the glory of kingdoms. When it comes to the most powerful nation on the face of the earth, America fits that description.
Right.
They're the glory of all kingdoms. Read it again.
In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms.
Come on.
The beauty of the Chaldees.
Right, the beauty of the Chaldees. The Chaldeans are the Babylonians. Come on.
Excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
It says shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah is uninhabitable.
What is that?
Sodom and Gomorrah is uninhabitable, meaning no life is there. You could go to Iraq right now. They have a military, they have a government, all of that.
Right.
Iraq exists right now, showing you what? Babylon is talking about a different Babylon, and it's talking about America. It's not talking about Iraq because it's still inhabitable.
Right.
So go ask your Christian pastor, go ask him, who is Babylon according to the scriptures?
Bring it out.
And see what he says. Now go back to where we was at before that.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 22.
Come on.
Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God. But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance.
That's a lot of our people right there. They choose, like Floyd, he's choosing to live ignorantly.
That's right.
Because if he actually got to look out for his people, that means what? He's not going to be living the same way. You understand? A lot of our people are chasing the dollar bill, and they're chasing any and everything outside of these scriptures. Read that verse again, verse 22.
Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God. But whereas they lived in a great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace.
You see that? They think that what's going on in earth right now is peace. They think that everything is good. No, the world is at war. This is bad. It's only going to get worse.
Right.
What else we got, IT? I want to wrap it up. Yes.
U.S., Israel, Turkey bombed Syria from 3 sides.
Play that.
Our top story tonight on Gravitas is about Syria. Bashar al-Assad is gone and Syria has suddenly become the principal battlefield. It is being targeted by 3 powers: America, Israel, and Turkey.
Damn.
But what's really driving these moves, and who at the end of the day stands to gain from all of this? Tonight, we break down the major power plays and the agendas triggering actions that could shape Syria's future. A country already battered by more than a decade of civil war that now finds itself at the epicenter of fresh turmoil.
Hey, do me a favor. We do got to wrap it up. So I want to get through this. Go to the next one with the Al-Qaeda terrorists. Go to that one real quick. All right, so you see it was at U.S., Israel, Turkey. They're bombing Syria. They're behind the rebels, obviously, right? Yes. All right. Put up the graphic, please. All right, read that.
Stop this terrorist, Mohammed al-Jawlini. Up to $10 million reward.
Okay. All right, post up the next pic.
What's surprise? The head of the Syrian rebels, a.k.a. ISIS, a.k.a. Israel's secret intelligence service, al-Jawlini, is Jewish and a graduated of the School of Islamic Jurisprudence located in Tel Aviv.
Now, this right here, you know, just on Twitter, wherever that came from, that's what's circulating right there. It wouldn't surprise me. Right. It wouldn't surprise me because just like we showed before with ISIS, Israel's hand is in it, the CIA is in it. Right. They start all the chaos, and then they're the saviors at the end of the day. So it wouldn't be a surprise whatsoever. Today. All right, give me the UN sends additional troops. United Nations sends additional troops. Yep.
UN sends additional troops to Syria after Israel seizes more territory. The United Nations has sent reinforcements to Syria in the wake of an incursion by Israeli forces across a 5-decade ceasefire, line rocketed by the sudden fall of the Syrian government to an Islamist-led coalition of rebels. A UN diplomat in New York familiar with the issue told Newsweek. The UN diplomat, speaking on the condition of the anonymity, said that the UN Disengagement Observer Force, UNDOF, had reinforced a couple of their positions over the past 24 hours in the Golan Heights, a disputed territory partially seized by Israel without international recognition in its 1967 war with Syria, and later subject to a truce reached after their subsequent war fought in 1973.
All right, so now give me France. Give me France. And we're going to end it right here.
France urges Israel to respect Syria's sovereignty amid buffer zone incursion.
And now to the Middle East, where France has called on Israel to withdraw its forces from the Golan demilitarized zone and respect Syria's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The appeal follows Israeli troops entering the buffer zone near the Golan Heights, which is a violation of the 1974 disengagement agreement brokered by the United Nations. The French Foreign Ministry emphasized that any military deployment in the buffer zone between Israel and Syria is a violation, urging Israel to honor its commitments.
Now, once again, there you go. You got the IDF or the Israelis going against what the United Nations set in place. Yep. War crimes once again. Let's see if they're going to have to face any trial.
Nope.
All right, so all praise to the Most High. That's today's war report. I kind of can't believe it that we actually got through it.
What is a nation? Nation is family.